Y'all come in, come in, come in, come in, come in. Real deal, come in. Let me give you the scoop. Come on in. All right, y'all. What's up in the red room? Now, this live right here is about Marilyn Mobile, y'all. We haven't get a chance. We were so busy with the Fannie Willis case, but I've been following her case. We've been going on for for some years now. But Marilyn Mobile was convicted, y'all, of 3 federal charges, and both her and Nick, her husband, each lost their election. Now, whether she did this or that, I'm not gonna bust the case open for y'all real quick. But it's what I'm gonna give y'all a recap of what happened, so those who didn't know what had happened. And welcome to the red room. Okay. Welcome to the red room. This is Marilyn Mobile, y'all. Now, she was convicted of fraud. What they trying to say? You know how people like they trying to get Fannie Willis uh, and things that Trump going through. But will she get out of it? I'm not gonna tell y'all. I'm not gonna tell y'all if she got out of it or not. But listen to this, just in case we didn't get a chance to follow the story because we were so busy with Fannie Willis, and this happened in Baltimore. Her husband was the president, not the president of the United States, and she was a DA. Okay, let's listen.
Sentencing is set to begin. The former city state's attorney faces punishment for mortgage fraud and perjury convictions.
It marks an end to a years-long saga of controversy surrounding Marilyn Mosby and her ex-husband, City Council President Nick Mosby. Good afternoon, everybody. Thank you for joining us. I'm Mary Bubala.
And I'm Kai Jackson. And tonight we're taking a closer look at the dramatic rise and fall of one of Baltimore's most prominent political families. Fox 45's Mackenzie Foss joins us live now with details. Mackenzie.
Yeah, that's better.
Guy and Mary, the Mosbys have been in the headlines for this federal investigation for nearly 4 years.
Yeah.
Once a power couple in the city, now both are facing uncertain futures. Nick and Marilyn Mosby met at Tuskegee University. The college sweethearts later married, the power couple ascending to the top ranks in Baltimore City politics. Nick City Hall as a council member. Then, in 2017, he was appointed to the State House of Delegates. In 2020, he was elected as City Council President. While he was climbing the ranks in city politics, his wife, Marilyn, was serving as the top prosecutor in the city.
This dream that was first contrived in my mind as a little girl, that I would one day be in a position to make a positive difference.
First sworn into office as Baltimore City State's Attorney in January of 2015 after beating incumbent Greg Bernstein.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Young girl.
Becoming the youngest top prosecutor of a major city in the country. Mosby thrust into the national spotlight with the Freddie Gray case. Just a few months after taking the oath of office, Mosby charged 6 Baltimore police officers who arrested Gray prior to his death in police custody.
Failed to establish probable cause for Mr. Gray's arrest.
Mosby did not secure a conviction in any of those officers' cases. Since then, she has remained a controversial figure. Fast forward to 2020, Mosby facing criticism for her travel, including trips overseas. In response, she turned to Baltimore City Inspector General Isabel Mercedes Cumming to look into it. In this July 2020 letter, Mosby sent to Cumming saying, quote, "The reality is I have always been transparent and fully disclosed all the information in accordance with my ethical obligations." Fast forward to February 2021, Cumming completed that investigation, finding Mosby was absent from Baltimore City for 85 days between 2018 and 2019, and 15 of the 24 trips she took were not submitted to the Board of Estimates for approval. Now saying she forwarded those findings to the FBI with business and tax.
Listen, y'all, this is something similar to Funny Willis. But I'm not gonna tell y'all what happened though.
Concerns. As the federal investigation into both Nick and Marilyn Mosby continued in early 2021, Fox 45 News also learning about the couple's financial problems. A $45,000 federal tax lien was placed on their Baltimore City home for back taxes. Nick Mosby going on the radio repeatedly denying the lien's existence.
No, there's no lien on any property. It's not a lien on my property. I don't have a property lien.
When we pressed him with a copy of that lien, you've denied the existence of your tax lien on your property multiple times?
I have not multiple times.
The city council president dodged our questions. In April 2021, Fox 45 News obtaining security video from March of that year showing Cumming escorting FBI and IRS agents into City Hall. At the time, both Nick and Marilyn were at the center of the federal government's investigation. While both Mosbys were in their high-profile, taxpayer-funded jobs, the U.S. Attorney's Office for Maryland indicted the top prosecutor in the city on January 13, 2022. Marilyn Mosby facing 4 charges, 2 counts of perjury for claiming a COVID-related financial hardship while withdrawing money from her retirement account without paying a penalty, and 2 counts of mortgage fraud related to the purchase of 2 Florida vacation homes, one outside of Orlando, the other along the Gulf Coast. For more than a year until she went to trial, Mosby and her big law defense team argued the prosecution was politically motivated.
The U.S. Attorney's Office for Maryland is going to be on trial. The criminal justice system and its attacks on black female progressive prosecutors is going to be on trial.
And she was innocent.
What I'm asking for is that I be tried right now
Oh, we're pushing for trial.
because I know that I'm innocent.
So I'm ready to go to trial tomorrow.
In 70 days.
She said, like, try me as soon as possible. And that's what they're looking to do.
Put this on trial right now so I can prove my innocence.
July 2022 brought another blow to the
What's up,
Mosby
money?
family. After 2 terms in office, Marilyn lost her bid for re-election, bested by Ivan Bates. Soon to be without a job, her legal troubles continued. In January 2023, Mosby was declared indigent. Her high-profile and high-powered legal team quit the case, and Mosby now represented by a federal public defender. In November of that year, a jury of her peers determined the former top prosecutor did lie when she claimed to have suffered a financial hardship. Nick and Marilyn also finalized their divorce during that trial. But it wasn't until the second trial for mortgage fraud, starting in late January of 2024,
Morning, everyone.
did Nick Mosby return to the spotlight. Throughout the entire case, Marilyn maintained she did not know about the tax lien on her home in Baltimore. Rather, she said her then husband hid the information from her.
Trying to bring her down. Allegedly trying to bring her down.
I looked for the tax lien myself. Could not find it.
I have a copy I can
I
show
know you do. You know how we found it? We got it from the press. She did not know. She did not lie. And that'll come out at trial.
When Nick Mosby took the stand, he corroborated that statement from Maryland's legal team. Prosecutors claiming Nick repeatedly lied on his taxes, and more damning evidence emerged. These photos showing stacks of mail in Nick Mosby's home, unopened mail and canvas, and even garbage bags. On the stand, Nick telling prosecutors he was responsible for the couple's tax troubles, admitting to lying to the public when he said the lien was paid off, claiming he didn't want his wife to know how deep their financial troubles ran. Ultimately, a jury finding Marilyn guilty on 1 count of mortgage fraud, determining this gift letter Marilyn sent to a lender to secure a favorable interest rate to close on the Longboat Key condo was false. The letter said Nick would give Marilyn $5,000 she needed, but financial records showed Nick Mosby, the leader of the city council and chair of the city's spending board, did not have enough money in his bank account. Nick's troubles continued outside the courtroom, telling me in an exclusive interview after his ex-wife's trial, he was ready to turn the page and continue serving the people of Baltimore. Adding, unlike his opponents in the city council race, he's from Baltimore.
I think voters really see that and see through that.
He also didn't get on those stand under oath and admit to lying to the public.
Correct. So, that takes a lot because you don't have to. I didn't plead the fifth.
Can the voters trust that you won't lie to them again?
I think the voters do trust that.
Y'all see how people do. I ain't gonna tell y'all what happened, but you see how if you don't handle your own business, letting the person take care of the business, like they supposed to be the man or either the woman. And they ain't do his part. I ain't gonna tell y'all nothing else. I'm gonna let y'all see this. I ain't gonna tell y'all what hell. I ain't gonna tell y'all.
Pizza Hut just changed the combo game.
It's just like you staying in the house
Starting
with,
at
with your
$6.99, it's
partner
the
and your
ultimate
partner's
solo meal.
supposed to pay
Get
their
a
bill
personal
and they didn't pay the bill.
WJZ, this is breaking news.
All right, we are following breaking news right now. A judge has issued a ruling in the case of former Baltimore City State's Attorney Marilyn Mosby. Hello, everybody. I'm Denise Coe.
And I'm Vic Carter. Welcome to those of you watching on CBS News Baltimore and on WJZ TV.
So let's go right now to WJZ investigator Mike Helgren. He's live in Greenbelt where he has been all day covering this for us. So tell us, what did the judge decide, Mike?
Vic and Denise, no prison time for Marilyn Mosby. She will serve 12 months of home confinement. She also has to do 100 hours of community service. But the judge said she decided against incarceration. She was thinking about Mosby's young daughters. We are still waiting to see if Mosby will address any of the supporters. She did not speak to the judge. She chose not to speak before her sentencing. The judge did address her directly and said this is a sad day for the city of Baltimore. And again, we're waiting to see if any of Mosby's supporters will come out and say anything. Let's see if we get a little closer. You hear the applause. A lot of people are very happy that Mosby will not be serving time behind bars again. 12 months of home confinement, but no time behind bars. What do you?
It's the same thing. You can't do nothing. Now they gonna watch her. Man, it's just like you in prison. Having people, I just don't know what's going on, but I'm gonna let Jesus figure it out. But look, y'all, it's still like, even though she not, the only thing it is like she ain't doing no prison time, but she incarcerated in her own home. It's still she in prison, y'all. Cause they gonna watch her, trust me, and that gonna get on your nerve and paranoid.
Think about this.
Oh, I think it's great. My name is Travis Winky. I'm in the fashion business. I've been around the world producing and directing shows all over. I've known Marilyn since she was young. Her husband was in my modeling school when he was a kid. She's a wonderful person. And that judge was perfect because she listened to everything, made it right, and it went up with Marilyn on the show.
I know her husband hate
Thank you very much, sir. And we want to take a look now at how we got to this point. Former top Baltimore prosecutor Marilyn Mosby arrived at court to applause. Ms. Mosby, do you believe you were unfairly targeted? Do you think President Biden will pardon you? Any comment? But had little to say to us as she headed into sentencing.
Sister Marilyn refused to shut up. And the whole world is speaking up.
A busload of supporters joined a prayer circle outside the Greenbelt courthouse, and many believe Mosby was targeted for her progressive political positions.
She's been targeted, and we need to stand by her at this hour. More than we've ever done before.
I'm innocent.
Prosecutors argue Mosby knowingly lied and misled the public as she campaigned for a pardon, showing no remorse for the mortgage fraud and perjury after being convicted by 2 separate juries.
I've done absolutely nothing wrong, nothing illegal, nothing criminal.
Marilyn Mosby is unremorseful and has no regard for the truth, prosecutor Sean Delaney told the judge. She does not have the freedom to escape the consequences of her words, saying one thing to the court and another thing to the American public. The judge ordered Mosby forfeit her Longboat Key, Florida condo and 90% of the proceeds. It has doubled in value since Mosby bought it, and the government argued she should not be allowed to profit from her crimes. Among those watching the proceedings, Keith Davis Jr. and his wife Kelly. Mosby repeatedly brought Keith to trial for murder before the charges were dropped by her successor, Ivan Bates.
The tables have turned. The tables have definitely turned. But I honestly do not get any satisfaction.
That's right.
At sitting back, watching her going through this.
Her arrogance is extraordinary. It's amazing to me that there is just, it just, the system, she was the system. She's not a victim of the system because she was the system.
They watched as nationally renowned defense attorney Ben Crump defended Mosby and maintained her prosecution is politically motivated.
What is different here today is that underneath that white collar is the neck of a black woman who dared to challenge the status quo.
That's right. That's right.
And again, no prison time for Marilyn Mosby. Now, the guidelines called for 12 to 18 months, but the judge said she did not feel that that was warranted in this case. Again, there will be home detention. There are some conditions as well to that. We're going to keep our eye out to see if we see Ms. Mosby coming out of the courthouse. Again, you can see a lot of the supporters are very pleased with this decision.
I think she
Mosby
got set up.
plans to appeal the verdict. She made that clear. The judge also said she's allowed to, or free rights to say that she doesn't agree with this, that she believes that she's innocent in this case, and that's something that Mosby has continued to say, and she's still working to try to get a pardon from President Biden. Again, we're looking to see if there's anyone else. Mosby has not come out of the courthouse yet, but we're going to continue to monitor things here in Greenbelt. We'll send it back to you now on Television Hill.
Mike, do we know procedurally, will this sentence start immediately? Will she have another hearing before this will be imposed?
So as of this point, it's not going to start immediately. There are several conditions, though, for her supervised release before it does start. And again, she plans to appeal this. I'm just looking to see who's coming out. You hear chants of Marilyn. There are a lot of supporters here. We showed you how they
she got her
had a busload of supporters who came in earlier today. But at this point, we understand that she's going to be under supervised release before that sentence starts. 12 months in home detention, and there are a whole set of rules that come with that as well. Vic and Denise.
It's just going to be just like she is.
All right, thank you very much, Mike. And we will go back to Mike a little later and get even more information. But on to...
It's going to be like she is in prison, right, y'all? Talking about they sent her arrogance. I mean,
Adobe Acrobat AI system is super helpful.
Sometimes you work on it with around me, and sometimes your arrogance has to step in. You know, you have to make changes and stuff. So you gonna be happy. I know I won't be happy. Somebody got to watch me every step I got to make. Honey. And her husband, at hard times, he should have stuck by his wife. He left his wife. Well, she got some beautiful daughters. Yeah, this supposed to be a press conference, but I can. Everybody getting away with spending y'all money, but y'all love them. When is she gonna come out? My thing is that's her retirement money. I didn't know that we could go into our retirement money. I didn't know we can go into our pension and borrow money like that. I know that they have. That's when you read. No. She went into another bank. We have something else called another bank that you could go. A Fidelity. Or do they know what they talking about? She probably went in there too. She's some money. Honey, what is going on, huh? Wait, y'all, I got it for y'all. Hold on. There go that.
And holding people accountable. And to...
Hold on, y'all. She had great supporters.
Well, I just want to first say that.
I'm sorry, Jay.
Okay. Y'all really want to hear from me?
Live on Channel 11.
Okay. I first want to say that I want to thank all the citizens of Baltimore who made their way down here, all the activists, all the supporters, everyone who understood what this case was about and understood the need for Marilyn Mosby to have people around her who cared, who really knew her, who could express to the judge what she meant to our city. So that was very important. Secondly, I just have to say, there were
Hello, y'all. Here she go.
Who we love, Marilyn! Who we love, Marilyn! This is Marilyn's moment.
What she was them 18 months. Maybe I can't be. I don't know. She's so pretty. I bet her husband don't like she at home.
Justice for Marilyn! 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 Justice for Marilyn!
I'm gonna cry.
Hi, my name is Anaya Mosby. Thank you to everyone who supported my mom. We are so grateful for everyone who signed the petition for President Biden to pardon my mom.
Their phone. We can't even see the little girl. She got the phone out in the girl face. Lord.
Good afternoon. My name is Marilyn Mosby, and I want to thank all of you, friends, family, and the city of Baltimore, and the entire country for showing up for my mom. And her fight for justice has inspired me to become
Lady, move your phone.
Wow, yes, yes.
Justice for Marilyn Mosby is justice for all of us.
Move, woman.
Yes. Love you. Love you, Marilyn.
She got that. Hold on, y'all. Hold on. I can't do this. Why do y'all people with these cell phones and love to stand in front of the camera? Please don't do that. Please. Now that's rude. We can't even see her face. I don't even want to see this one right here. Let me change. That just irritates me. I'm sorry. I get irritated like that.
At Consumer Cellular, we pride ourselves on getting you the exact same nationwide coverage as the leading carriers.
She got the camera right there. Got that big old cell phone in that woman's face.
It cannot be understated that time served is the big headline from this day-long hearing for supporters.
Hold on, y'all. Let me see. Can I get another?
Both of the guilty verdicts from her two separate trials, the two perjury convictions and an identical sentence for the mortgage fraud conviction. The sentences will run concurrently. It means Marilyn Mosby will spend no time behind bars. That result had her supporters cheering and had Mosby in tears when she spoke to reporters.
Cell phone go. There they go. There they go with the cell phone.
I just want to say from the bottom of my heart, thank you. Thank you for the fight. Thank you to everyone who signed that petition. Thank you for the federal public defender team that so eloquently advocated on my behalf. Thank you. I swear God sent angels into my life to see me when I wasn't being seen. And I'm just so grateful to each and every one. I would be remiss if I did not acknowledge those of you locally who were fighting for me from the beginning. Sheena's, the Hakis, the Earthas, the Bills. I'm just so incredibly grateful.
We love you.
Thank you.
We love you, sister.
This is not over. But God was here today, and I know He's with me.
Always.
He touched the heart of this judge and has allowed me to go home to my babies.
The government came here this morning asking for 20 months incarceration, arguing that jail time was needed to send a message and as a deterrent. No comment from prosecutors on their way out today, but we did get reaction from a pair who just might be the most vocal, energetic, and consistent Mosby critics. We're talking about Keith Davis Jr. and his wife, Kelly Davis. Kelly Davis has been telling us for some time that she's been following the case. We've been talking to her, but so far she's declined to say anything publicly, citing the fact that she is a mother as well.
She shouldn't have went to jail. She's a mother. Regardless of how I feel about her, she should not have been in jail. She's a mother, and a mother should not have ever been separated from their children. It's time for us to heal. She's been held accountable. That is enough. But does she need to be in jail? Absolutely not. We know all too well what that's like.
And what about you, Keith?
I definitely think that she should not have to do any jail time. I wouldn't send anybody to prison.
So this is far from over.
Okay, let me see what it. Still not far from over. Well, at least she's at home being a mother. Now she's gonna. Now I can't believe her husband left her. I just can't. All that happened. Now little husband thought he gonna bring her down. Thought he gonna bring her down, but he ain't bring her down. He just brought her in a. That's what is going on.
We interrupted this story to go to Greenbelt, where Marilyn is leaving court.
Yes, and we see she's approaching the microphone there. Mike Hogan has been covering this story
I
for
know
us.
she's
We'll
blessed.
have
She
much
ain't go to
more
jail.
later in this newscast, but for now, let's listen in to Marilyn Mosby as she leaves the courthouse.
I'm glad for her. I'm sorry.
Justice for Marilyn. Justice for Marilyn. Justice for Marilyn.
And your husband's supposed to stick with you through hard times.
My name is Anaya
Look at her.
Mosby. Thank you to everyone who supported my mom. We are so grateful for everyone who signed the petition for President Biden to pardon my mom.
Good afternoon. My name is Marilyn Mosby, and I want to thank all of you, friends, family, and the city of Baltimore, and the entire country for showing up for my mom. And her fight for justice has inspired me to become a prosecutor.
Wow, yes, yes.
Justice for Marilyn Mosby is justice for all of us.
Yes,
Oh.
Proverbs 3:5-6. Trust in the Lord with all your heart. Lean not on your own understanding. Submit to Him in all of your ways, and He will make your path straight. I just want to say from the bottom of my heart, thank you. Thank you for the fight. Thank you to everyone who signed that petition. Thank you for the federal public defender team that so eloquently advocated on my behalf. Thank you. I swear God sent angels into my life to see me when I felt like I wasn't being seen. And I'm just so grateful to each and every one of you, to the 14 civil rights organizations that have signed on to that pardon. Urban League, NAACP, Win with Black Women, my brother Ben Crump, my sister Angela Rye, Monique Presley. There were so many, Latasha Brown, Kim Gardner, all of the folks that came out today. And I would be remiss if I did not acknowledge those of you locally who were fighting for me from the beginning, the Sheenas, the Hakeems, the Earthas, the Bills. I'm just so incredibly grateful.
We love you.
Reverend Slade, thank you.
We love you, sister.
This is not over.
Right.
But God was here today, and I know He's with me.
Always.
He touched the heart of this judge and has allowed me to go home to my babies. From the bottom of my heart, Uncle T, Zai, there's so many of you all that have been there for me that I am so eternally grateful for. I cannot name all of you in this moment, but it's because of you that I'm standing here right now, and I am forever and eternally grateful. God bless you all.
I'm kind of glad for her though, y'all. It's something I need to be supporting.
This is
Funny
not over.
Willis.
Those are the words of Marilyn Mosby as she addressed her supporters outside the courthouse there in Prince George's County, saying that she was appreciative of the judge and the supporters who came out to support her, and that she will be able to go home and care for her two daughters who also spoke there, Anaya Mosby and Nyla Mosby as well.
Yeah, I think that was the thing that was a little surprising. They spoke first, both daughters, one of whom said that watching her mother's fight for justice has now inspired her to become a prosecutor, at which point the crowd applauded. Mosby also talked about how she felt God was with her in court today and with the judge and the judge.
Well, I'm glad she's not locked up though, but what y'all gonna do to these people spending y'all money? I don't know, honey. I don't know what to say.
I've got a problem.
She's a DA just like she a DA in Baltimore, just like Funny Willis. Okay, Funny ain't really. She ain't really did nothing either. But we already seen this. What y'all think? She ain't. Let me see what she said on these.
Wake that ass up in the morning. The Breakfast Club.
As one of the few black state attorneys, Marilyn Mosby took a number of political risks during her 8-year tenure. She moved to decriminalize sex work and marijuana. She established programs to provide nonviolent drug offenders with alternatives to incarceration, and even started one of the country's only youth and prevention departments.
See, y'all, she was doing what Funny Willis was doing. Both of them are DA. But they situation, they got to prove that Funny Willis spend that money like she did, and with now the difference between her and what her name this girl right here. The difference between her and that woman name that we talking about. Anyway, I don't know why I can't think why I come up with it. Well, anyway, Mosby. I think Mosby's husband was a little bit behind this, y'all. I think, you know how you can be married and don't tell how long they've been married. You don't know what was going on in the marriage to think a lot. He said that she didn't know nothing about the leaning on the house and stuff, but she didn't. It's a lot that she didn't know what was going on. And she was married. So I can understand Mobile. But I don't want to see nobody go to jail, to be honest. I don't even want to see Family Willis to go to jail. I don't want to see nobody. I don't want to see these people who are in prison who need to be out with their family. I'm looking at that too. So if we gonna look politically in everything like that, we need to look at what we need to do about some of them people incarcerated is in there for something they didn't do. Some of the people in there incarcerated because they didn't pay child support. They're not in there for being did nothing criminal. Let them men out, let them take care, let them women out and take care of their kids. And y'all set up the system where y'all need to do y'all job to monitor them. I know it's 1,000 of people, million of people. That's your job, so you just got to do it. So it's if we're gonna look out for the politics, we need to look out for the people. And the people are those who are incarcerated and who need help out here. It's a lot of people need help paying their taxes, like me. Like me, I ain't paid my federal tax. I may be putting a lien on mine. No, I'm not. But anyway, y'all, to be honest, be serious like that. I'm laughing. I'm laughing because I understand politics and I understand the people. You know what I mean? So I hate that this happened to that woman. I hate that this happened to Mosby because she it was two hands in the pot. And the pot was doing some things that she didn't know nothing about. But if her money, if she going in somewhere to get her money out, that's her money. Now, what they got funny on Fannie Willis, Funny Willis. Now on the part when she with the boyfriend and stuff, I'm glad that's over with because I thought they was being too hard on her. Politically speaking, proof that what she did, what's going on between her and Trump. Her as the DA and Trump was the president. So it's the same thing as Biden and Mobile. So got to have the people by your side. And people, y'all need to vote. I know y'all saying, I ain't gonna never vote. Well, then close your mouth. You can't complain then. You can't complain like me. So we got to it's time for the people to wake up. And y'all don't know. Y'all are the law. Y'all make the law. Y'all gonna they make the law, but y'all run the law. It take the people. Y'all people don't even know y'all rights. Y'all got so much rights, but for me to stand up for those, some of them people are not criminal locked up. Hey, they made a mistake. They stole beer out the store. Let them folks out of there. See, we all that asset space, and then you got a lot of people going to jail like they trying to blame Thug for all things that I did. So I mean, why y'all putting the pressure? Why y'all putting the pressure on Thug? Want him to go to jail for something that they did that I didn't know that y'all were doing. It's just like your children. You send your children to go to school and be respectful to the teacher. And they get up there, they tearing up the school. Now they suspended. See, we got to change. It's gonna take y'all people to change this law, y'all. I know y'all not. I don't care who do or don't agree with me, but you better open up your eyes and see what's going on in this world. Shoot, they up there getting food, food to certain people. All of us need food. Now the food tastes different. Chicken don't taste like chicken used to taste. And I know because I eat chicken all the time. Seeds and salt don't taste like seeds and salt no more. I mean, everything is set in our eyes, and we think we eating a steak. We may not be eating a steak. So y'all, and know where your money going to. Know where your money going to. Everything we got to pay. Some states don't have to pay taxes. Why I got to pay taxes on my house and I'm paying a mortgage? Y'all, why do we have to put certain taxes different in different places? And I can go in some part of Atlanta, it is different than it is from where I am, area where I'm from. And I'm like, why is our stuff high? And people, instead of trying to buy your house, oh my God, it's too much going on, y'all. We need to open up our eyes and take advantage of these funds out here. And people, it's up to y'all. It's up to y'all. Because the politics are getting away with stuff. They're getting away with a lot of things. They spending y'all money, but they getting away with it. But then you got people, y'all don't want to see what made me sick with some of these DAs is like that DA from what she was from Albany, Alabama. Remember the one I did that one on? I can't remember. I don't try to remember these people name. When the police were asking her to stop, when they were gonna get her a ticket, we need Trump to come back into. That was my son said.
But it wasn't until after her push to prosecute the officers who killed
Trump. See, I'm gonna tell you. I'm gonna tell you. I'm gonna tell you. I think that Trump don't need to come back. I think it need to be a cleanup. But look, we ain't got nobody else to vote up for. Trump going. Trump. I don't even. I don't see how his name in the election. I don't even see how Funny Willis' name is in the election. Biden said Biden. I'm gonna tell you something. Ever since I ain't y'all, and I told y'all this before. Ever since Biden, I'm a middle class. I'm in the middle. Ever since Biden been up there, and I've been having bills. I have been accommodating bills. I mean, ever since Biden been there, y'all, I'm middle class. Like I said, I'm in the middle class. I'm in the middle. It look like I'm having a more hard time. But when Trump was there, I wasn't having a hard time. But it was some things that Trump would take it away. Medicare, need to keep it. Medicaid, you need Medicaid and Medicare, you need to keep it. But they need to have an extension on it where people who really, you got some people out there really need that money, really need that hospital. Don't take no medical bill from the people. That's the only thing I just didn't like about Trump. Don't take the Medicare and I got insurance. And then one thing about it though, but when you get a certain age, take advantage of the insurance that you forgot, that you get. It's a lot that we need to open up our eyes, people, because the politicians are getting away with stuff. They still getting away with stuff. They worried about taking down one group of RICO people. What about the other gangs? Y'all thought locked up. And they talking about the crime went down in Atlanta. The crime ain't went down in no Atlanta. You just don't hear about the crime. You just don't hear about the crime. That's all. There's no crime went down here in Atlanta. You just don't hear about it. But using them boys, using that RICO, using them boys to win. I'm not. I know. I know y'all. What is it? Lanita talking about? Using Young Thug their RICO for her to gain what her donation donated, make it look like she doing this. What this lady is? This lady a DA. This year trying to lock your butt up. Government, yeah, they need to clean up all of them. Yeah, y'all know I'm telling the truth now. It's some people locked up. They got a whole locking everybody up, throwing the key, but they butts don't want to go to jail. That's what killed me. They don't want to go to jail. They don't want to leave their family, but they are pulling you from your family. Y'all better open up y'all eyes, man, and see what's going on. And it's gonna take the people until y'all clean up all them folks out, them representatives out of there, and put some new folks who in there really want to do something. Y'all gonna win. I'm telling y'all, everything's so screwed up. The law need to change for the people. The law is not for y'all. And don't say I don't know. I don't want nobody. You can say what you want to say. These people out there in their world can say what they want to say about me. But I'm right here looking at it. I'm in it. The law is for y'all to fail. They need to change the law. She's a DA. She want to go home to her child. Funny Willis, a DA. She want to go home. They prosecute not only gangs, they prosecute your husband, your son, your daughter, your what. Y'all, this stuff can easily reflect back on y'all. Once they put y'all behind the bar, they throw away the keys. They didn't pull her from her kids. But they quick about pulling you from your kids. I'm sick of political politicians getting away with their stuff. And we say that, clap hands for them, and they still putting all the money, they spending y'all money. And putting that money back with y'all money. By paying all these taxes. If I didn't have to pay every time I get internal revenue, I'm a single parent. And now I'm single now. But every time I ain't got no dependent, they put on there to try on my to get extra money back. I need to borrow somebody's child. to file taxes because you got your got to pay your house tax. I don't care after you finish paying your house out, you still got to pay the insurance on the house, y'all. Y'all don't understand where our money going. You instead of paying out money, y'all. We instead of paying out money. They can get away with it. These people, these DAs, they get away with a lot of stuff. They ain't trying to. You ain't trying to help Atlanta by locking up Young Thug. What about the other gangs? You got millions of gangs out there. Still killing. Sick of it. I'm just sick of it. And y'all know what? I would used to be the first one to run up there and vote. I didn't even vote early this time. I don't know who them other president is. I don't know who I'm voting for. I ain't seen nobody on TV. I ain't seen nobody campaigning. Now the only campaign Fonnie Willis had was Young Thug, Rico. Now you get a what you locking up all them black boys like that? Y'all should have locked them black boys up when they were 15, 16 years old. Now y'all on the way until they 40, going on 50, 36. And y'all want to send them to jail, but y'all don't want to go to jail. Man, I ain't studying y'all. I ain't studying these people. I'm just going to keep it real.
Freddie Gray that she found herself on the other side of the courtroom, convicted of fraud for withdrawing funds from her own Baltimore deferred compensation.
So she can do that and get away with it. She can do that, huh? She can do that, huh? But y'all can't. Y'all ain't looking at what's going on, man, with y'all money. God, you can't even make people understand what you talking about. Biden ain't did nothing for y'all but gave y'all a check. I'm telling y'all, it's gonna be a turn. Things gonna turn. Things gonna turn around. Democrats got to step up higher than this. Better than that, they're gonna lose people. They're gonna lose the people. And the people gonna go on the other side. Cause one day they're gonna open up their eyes and look at y'all taking it away from them. I ain't never had no hard time trying to pay bills. Now I gotta go back to work trying to get the other quarters to my Social Security. And I'm gonna go back and get my other quarters. I'm gonna go right here in the Publix and work a couple days so I get y'all. I'm telling y'all, young people, try to get a job while you 19, 20s, and 30 that has benefits. Then you won't have to worry about that throughout the rest of your life. Y'all think they don't take out Social Security on no teachers? Them little banks, I spend money. That Fidelity, I spend money. I can spend money. But people don't understand what I'm talking about because I don't think they've been getting stuff free all their life. So you won't understand nothing I'm saying if you ain't came out your pocket and paid no kind of taxes. You can only way you can understand what I'm saying if you don't been and walked in my shoes. Yeah, that's why I'm gonna stand up. I'm gonna stand up and I'm gonna speak out like this. Shoot, I'm the one gonna make sure I vote. I know a lot of people we don't trust the government. We don't, and I'm gonna tell y'all something. That coronavirus still out there. And I keep bringing it up, and it's still out there. But y'all didn't want to stay in. So when you get ready to get sick, you better cover up your face. Now, my doctor had on a mask today. I went to my clinic. And I said, well, now, what's up with these masks now? Y'all wearing masks now. Who got corona now? Because I don't need that mask. Because he didn't have that mask on when I first met him. People ain't going to tell you what they got. They'll let you suffer for they. Now, let me get back to this, y'all. When you talk about politics, they need to change the law. The law is not made for y'all, for them to feel. But the law is made for y'all to fail. She go back home to her family. Y'all go straight to jail. Bye, mama. Bye, my daddy. My daddy. They don't care if you cry but for your daddy. I want my daddy. I want my mama. Don't send my mama. They gonna send them on in the back. But them DAs, they go home to their chillings. Funny Willie, she a DA. She go on her kids. Y'all better wake up, man.
Retirement account, something 739 other city employees, including 3 people who worked in the same agency as Attorney Mosby, did during the pandemic.
See, I didn't know we can go in our retirement account. I didn't know we can do that. I know you have another bank that you could go in, like Fidelity and all the other little banks like that you could go in, but I didn't know that we could go into our retirement money and get money out of there and start spending like that. Did y'all? So that's what she did. Why she can do it and we can't? Y'all see how the law is? Y'all better wake up, people. Y'all ain't gonna say that I'm sitting up here saying that because you ain't never been in that kind of situation before. You ain't never been. You don't have to pay taxes. You don't. Now, I ain't talking about no 10-cent tax. I'm talking about like tax on your house. Everything you do, they gonna add tax. You better make sure you know how much tax they putting on your taxes when you. Y'all and nobody should owe the government. What I'm doing owing the government. I ain't no rich person. Darn right, I'm open my mouth and I can talk my talk.
Yet she was the only one prosecuted and now faces up to 40 years in prison. Marilyn Mosby joins me now. I guess the first most obvious question is, how are you doing? This must have hit you like a Mack truck.
I mean, first and foremost, I'm blessed. And so thank you for having me on. It's still an incredibly sobering moment, right? I've done absolutely nothing wrong, nothing illegal, nothing criminal.
This was your money. Was there any public money involved in this?
Okay, now, y'all, they did her wrong now. If it her money that we're talking about, we shouldn't be here with her. We shouldn't be dogging this woman out. I just don't understand how she can go into her retirement, y'all, and get money out of her retirement. I ain't never heard nothing. And then her husband sit up there and set her up. He should be locked up for lying.
No, absolutely not. This was not, despite how I've been vilified, when the gag order was in place and I was unable to defend myself. It's just not PPP loans. This is not a COVID relief funding. This was the money that I was putting away every 2 weeks in a retirement savings account. And I was advised I could withdraw from this fund. There was, the person.
They lied to her, y'all. They lied to her. See, that's why I said her situation is kind of different, because she ain't spend nobody money. That's her money. But they know that girl working, she can't go into her retirement. They know that. I'm telling y'all, I knew that. That's why they gave us 2 separate banks. You can be with Fidelity to get some money out until you retire, or you can get your retirement as a set, pay some money. That's your money. That's your life saving. You know what I mean? But they tried that girl because that girl was a young girl. See, she was young and nice and naive. And so she wasn't arrogant, like that boy said at first. You have to be arrogant when you're working around a bunch of men. And a bunch of people got their nose tooted up at you when you walk by. People don't realize that I wasn't always like this. People open my eyes up to make me a better person, but they don't realize it, though. They ain't gonna do it but make her a better person. If it's her money, why we here? How y'all gonna get mad because she out here? But they know they wrong. Whoever set her up know they wrong for telling her she can go in her entire retirement plan I'm surprised she a big money lady. Well, her husband got that woman, his wife, going in her retirement plan. Why is her husband got liens on the house and she don't know nothing about it? I'm so glad she out of jail. She at home with her daughters. But it's not over with, y'all. But that's the law.
Testify, the government witness got on the stand and said all I needed to do was suffer a $50 adversity. Right. And I had more than a $50 adversity as a result of COVID. So I didn't even take the stand. Right. Once that came out, right? And it's like, obviously, I'm not going to be convicted. I know that this was politically targeted, and it was sobering.
Talk about this, because you do say that you've been targeted, and why do you think that happened? Because the thing that changed between you indicting those officers in the Freddie Gray case and this is the president changed, the Justice Department changed, and Leo Wise got a lot more power. Talk about that a little bit.
See what I said? I knew Fannie name was going to come up, sucker. But Fannie Willis and her situation is different. They lied to her what she can do with her own money. So that means that they didn't tell her that she could open a Fidelity, whatever they got in their state. You know, that she could have put life saving in 2 banks. The retirement she didn't have to touch. But in that bank, she was young. She was learning. But look what she about to say between her and Fannie Willis. I hope I'm saying her name right.
So, I mean, I think that you've kind of touched upon all of it, right? Like when you look at the policies that were being implemented, not only did President Trump say, I need to prosecute myself, but 2 months after, Larry Krasner from Philadelphia and I called him out in the Washington Post, they started this investigation.
And who is Larry Krasner?
Larry Krasner is a Philadelphia district attorney.
Right. And so there is a sense, I think a lot of people would be shocked that, the Murdoch, the guy who allegedly killed his son, is facing 40 years. They're trying to sentence you to 40 years. The sentencing is on the 23rd of May.
It is.
What do you want to see happen? I know there's a petition asking President Biden to pardon you. Is that what you want?
I mean, I think that that's appropriate. I mean, I think I don't believe that I know that I've done absolutely nothing wrong, nothing criminal, and to be separated from my children for 40 years as a result of withdrawing $90,000 of my own money, it just makes absolutely no sense. It's illogical.
It does.
And so, I want the people that I fought for. I fought so hard, first generation college student.
But see, what Marilyn wasn't looking at, that her own people that was sitting there laughing in her face wanted her out of there. First of all, she young, and you got a young person who's they don't knock her out of office now. They don't knock that lady out, and that lady could have been in there. They just made her look bad. But see, her situation was totally different from Fannie Willis. Her thing is her own money. Y'all told that woman she can go in her retirement and get money out. So whoever retirement people were, she need to sue them. Because that is her money, but you can't go in your retirement and grab money out of your retirement, because that's what I'm living off of now. So that means that she could have another bank she can go in, not the bank, but another, like I said, they got more than, they got AARP. What is it? AARP, AARP. Y'all know what I'm talking about.
They're trying to take my law license, as in an emergency petition, an unprecedented move. I want this justice system that I fought so hard to equalize and to balance the scales of justice, where the business model is based off the backs of Black and brown people, for the people that I fought for to understand and recognize that I need them to fight for me, not because it's Marilyn Mosby, but because something like this goes beyond Marilyn Mosby. If they can do this to Marilyn Mosby, who had the audacity to challenge the status quo, they can do this to anybody.
That's right.
They can do this more specifically to those prosecutors that have the courage and the gall to challenge the status quo in the way that I did.
I just told y'all, I just sat there while y'all toot your nose up and walked away from me. That woman just said the same thing I just said. It's a lot of people in jail, they did this too. Incarcerated, your own kin people. Kelly, thank you, honey. I like her.
it stands out is that you did have, the governor of Florida, Ron DeSantis, dismiss two prosecutors he claimed were George Soros progressives. There is this sort of, Bill Barr railed against you by name and others, saying that what you all were doing, disrupting the system in favor of the incarcerated, was destroying the system, and you all needed to pay for it. Do you feel that that you are part of that?
I mean, he made it very clear in February of 2020 when he addressed the sheriffs of America that these rogue social justice prosecutors, we will do rule of law. And so that's exactly what they have done, right? They've targeted me. And as I stated before, this is a 4-year-long investigation where they've combed every aspect of my life. We're unannounced, going to people's homes, my neighbors, at 5 o'clock, the FBI knocking on their door, intimidating folks. They issued subpoenas to black churches in 5 months before my reelection, not only to get me out of office, but they've done this to demonize me and to vilify me and to break me psychologically, break me professionally, break me spiritually, break me financially. I've lost everything. I've lost everything.
And, meanwhile, one of the officers that was involved in Freddie Gray's death is now going to oversee the Baltimore Police Integrity Unit. I mean, that does seem to be a message. You have 2 young children. They are preteens, so 13, 15. How are they holding up under all this?
I mean, this is...
And you're a single mom.
I'm now a single mom. I filed for divorce of a 25-year relationship as a result of the chasms that were drawn between this. But they're not 3 and 5 years old no more. I can't shield them from negativity. Children have come up to them and asked them and said, that's why your mom's going to jail, right? They've been traumatized through all this. But the most sobering thing, and I got to just say, I'm so grateful about all of it, is that God has still covered them. Right? They're still prospering despite the trauma that's been imposed upon them. More recently, my daughter had a cotillion and unannounced, right? She said she wanted to go to law school and become a prosecutor. She didn't even tell me. I was like, wow, right? So I feel like I'm doing something good. At the end of the day, I'm a positive example where before, I didn't want them to come into the courtroom for the first trial, but the second one, I really wanted them to see what it looks like to face adversity and to have faith and to have strength in the face of adversity.
Would you advise prosecutors to go as hard as you did? I mean, vacating nearly 800, criminal cases.
This lady, see, you can't, prosecutor can do what they want to do. This lady, they was after her for her own money. This is her own money. It's not like she was stealing money from the people. This was this lady own money. She didn't take nothing from nobody. It ain't no fraudulent. She can't go inside her own retirement fund unless you let her in there to get it. This is different. She doing her job as a DA. She ain't out there sleeping with nobody's husband and out there taking money from using the money going that trip. That was her money. Her husband set her up. She knew it. That's why she got rid of him.
Would you advise people to take those progressive steps, and what would you say about the risks to doing that?
I mean, justice is always worth the price paid for its pursuit. I would not do anything differently. And I know that God does not forsake the righteous. And so, I know he will have the final say, and I'm confident. I'm confident that this administration will see past the political sort of attacks and why I've been convicted.
Marilyn Mosby, thank you so much. I appreciate you being here.
I like her, y'all. I like her. I really do like her. Even though Biden tried to take her down. I like her. It's like she was stealing money from people. It was her money, y'all. I appreciate y'all being here. I appreciate y'all watching. Your opinion is your opinion. But people who have to pay them taxes on their houses, have to pay back taxes, like trying to keep up with paying taxes and owe money. Don't nobody help us. Ain't no assistant out there to help us. If you don't you will never understand me when you get everything you get is free. Everything I got to pay for it. Or either go to jail. Or they'll take your house. You know what I mean? And I'm a single parent. I'm a single woman. But that lady was married. I'm out of here, y'all.